Hi everyone and welcome back to No Forma Builds. Today we are looking at Rhino because, hey, he's one of the first frames that you can get and he is an absolute powerhouse, right? Especially for new players, this is a godsend because you take less damage and you can be immune to status effect when your iron skin is up. So we are showing off 3 builds today. These are all downscaled builds, so they are not at their full potential, but they can be if you put on a little bit of Forma and change around some mods. So the first build, which was quite hard to fit into No Forma Build, is the Ironclad Rhino, which uses his Augment Ironclad charge. So each enemy hit increases Rhino's armor by 50% for 10 seconds. This is absolutely awesome. And we are combining this with the Iron Shrapnel Augment. This is personal taste, you don't need that. I just like to get rid of my iron skin, stun the enemies, then pop my one and cast iron skin again. We are using a lot of efficiency with fleeting expertise and streamline. It's worth mentioning, if you do use a maxed out fleeting, you only need a rank 3 streamline to still remain on the 175% efficiency, which is awesome. We are using steel fiber to increase our armor rating. That goes into our iron skin as well. And intensify and power drift for a little bit of strength. And that's pretty much it too. So let's see. Normally we have 3000 ferrite armor if we do cast our iron skin. Let's demonstrate that quickly. Yeah, 3000, a bit over 3k, as you can see in the top right, to the left of our shield value. That's the iron skin that we do have right now. And you might ask yourself, well, what does the augment do? Let's see, we have 8 corrupted butchers here. And let's see what the augment can do, right? So we want them to be as crowded up as possible. Press R1, then press R2, and we now have an iron skin of 5.8k. Also, this is refreshable, and that's why I use the augment for the 2. 6.8k, that gives you enough bulk to deal with most of the... No, that gives you enough bulk to pretty much deal with the whole star chart without recasting iron skin too much. Is it very useful? Yes, especially when you're in your full build. But I wanted to fit it into a No Forma build, and that is what I ended up with. The next build that we have is the crowd control build. This is pretty much the old Law of Retribution build that Brosime uploaded years ago. I think it's still very, very valid, so yeah. What you could do is fit a fleeting somewhere in there if you can do it, but let's go over the build first. So we use overextended, stretch and cunning drift for a ton of range, 250%. That is quite the range. And we use primed continuity here. You can switch this out for regular continuity. And you lose a little bit, like 15%, right? Yeah, of the duration. But yeah, that's personal preference. If you have it, use it. Also, Iron Shrapnel Augment as well, just to keep on recasting our iron skin if needed. We have a little bit of efficiency here with Streamline and Steel Fiber to boost our armor rating. But the main thing here is really the range on your 4. So, in a radius of 62.5 meters, you can stun everybody for 12.4 seconds. That is quite awesome. That is actually quite awesome. I really want to see what happens to the duration if you put on a fleeting in there. 7.6 seconds. That's probably why I didn't do it, right? So Streamline is enough. If you are running this build, you most likely will have an EV Trinity around you somewhere anyways. But yeah, I mean 62 meters. Yup. Everything is stunned. And you can just pick them out of the sky. Easy. Easy. This is very, very useful for mobile defense sorties and stuff like that, where you don't necessarily want to kill everyone, but definitely crowd control them. So yeah, very, very good build. The only thing that can give you a little bit of trouble is overextended, I guess, but with a little bit of volt running, you should be good there. And the final build, this really is a buff build. It's nothing else. We achieve 190% power strength with using Intensify, Power Drift, and a rank 8 Transient Fortitude. The Iron Shrapnel augment as well, always. Steel Fiber is pretty much a given on any Rhino. I did put this to rank 8 as well. Then we added Continuity for some duration, and Narrow-Minded for duration as well. This is rank 8 also. That is achievable for early mid-game players. So yeah, that's why I keep the mods on that rank for now. But yeah, 2 corrupted mods in here, so that's pretty much a... Yeah, Yeah, it is affordable. It is affordable, guys. May need a little bit more work. But yeah, your iron skin is almost 4K now, which is quite decent. But we are focusing on his 3, the Roar. For 55 seconds, we have a 95% damage increase. And your allies have to stay near you. 11 meters is not the greatest of radius. I know. Also, your 4 is pretty much butchered with the range. And yeah, this is pretty much a build that you could take into hunting some terrorists if you're starting off. Because A, your iron skin is always very useful, right? You can't take status effects, so the magnetic procs of the terrorist will not affect your Warframe, which is insanely good. And then you press your 3 and you have 95% damage increase on your weapons, which is quite awesome indeed. So yeah, and it lasts for a good amount, right? And if you do talk, or if you're playing with friends while hunting terrorists and you are in a TeamSpeak or in a Discord, you can organize yourself so everybody stands around you. Normally you would have a chroma with you, but if you're just starting out, I think this is pretty much decent enough. Obviously you would use a sniper rifle. I guess the Snipetron Vandal would be a variant for hunting Eidolons, or terrorists at least. But it is an alert weapon, not alert, invasion. Yeah, you get the blueprints from and the parts from invasions. So I took the time to do that, but before I even had the Snipetron Vandal, I pretty much had every other sniper rifle in the game, except for the Rubico Prime. That is a new addition. But you could definitely take a normal Vectis with you, or the normal Rubico. Yeah, the Lanka is a bit Forma intensive, as you can see, for Forma on there to really use it, but I'd say a normal Vectis could serve you pretty well with this basic build, actually. The only thing that is pretty much a pain would be high voltage, because you only get this from Baruketeer. But you should be able to put a Stormbringer in here. And if you don't have Malignant Force, which you can farm from Corrupted War, you could... Yeah, you could switch that out for something. Yeah. We had a Why? Also worth mentioning, Charge Chamber. 40% damage increase on your first shot in your magazine. And the normal Vectis only has 1 shot in the magazine, so your first shot will always be or all your shots will have this 40% added to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it about Rhino. The buff build I did use to kill some bosses early on. Obviously, I didn't have narrow-minded or transient fortitude, but even a 50% increase at the beginning is pretty nice. The crowd control build isn't used that much anymore, I guess. And Ironclad Rhino, you really have to put some Forma into him to get like 20k iron skin and stuff, which is fun. But yeah, I think these three builds, or their weaker versions, I guess, are all very, very suited for newer and mid-tier players as well. So yeah, that's all about Rhino. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, take care. Bye!